guys, how's it going? It's Mr. Gladhand coming to you with Friday's Awesome Things number 3. Today we're going to be talking about Aaron Sorkin. Dude, this guy's cool. He's one of my favorite screenwriters, one of my favorite writers in, ever. He's done things like The West Wing, it's my personal favorite, The Newsroom, Sports Night, and A Few Good Men, where everybody hears that trademark Jack Nicholson line, "You can't handle the truth." So, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I started watching The West Wing when it got on Netflix, and really wasn't a great time for me. So I would marathon shows, and I was like, The West Wing, sure, whatever. And I gave it one episode, and by the end of that episode, I knew that I was hooked. I didn't find out, I didn't dig any deeper into to see who was writing it or what it was fueled by until I watched the first episode of The Newsroom, kind of in the middle of like me watching the second season of The West Wing. If you guys haven't seen the first episode of The Newsroom, watch. Just give it 8 minutes. Give it 8 minutes of your life, and it will change me. It made me start to think about things. Made me start to really look at things different. So yeah, so Aaron Sorkin, he's a pretty cool guy. I got a lot of respect for him because he's he's living a life of recovery. He's a recovering cocaine addict, among many other things. As it's nobody's ever like a one substance addict, and he does pretty well with it, and he talks about it candidly. And most people are kind of back away, like, oh, this isn't, I had trouble with this, let's not talk about it. Like most celebrities, they'll just go to rehab for a few months and be like, okay, yeah, I'm better. And this guy's like, no, this is a lifestyle. I really like that. I like that he's super high functioning and kind of like Robert Downey Jr. when he came back from that mess in his life. When he came back from that, everything else that he did was a million times better. He does write mostly political stuff. That's really his focus, is like current events kind of thing. Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip was a show that he wrote, and it really dealt with a lot of other things, like a lot of other social issues besides politics, like Christianity and stuff like that. But for the main part, he writes about politics. And the thing I like him, the thing that makes him awesome to me, is that I've lived my entire life up until about 2 minutes ago as a Republican, just as a super conservative person, Christ and heterosexuality, that's the way to go. And this guy made me question that, because he did. And I really found a lot of things out for myself by listening to what this guy had to say. And I'm not saying that like I agree with every point he's making. I oftentimes I actually don't. But the way he makes them and the way he says, okay, like let's just use some common freaking sense right now and talk about this. Is like, do you really want me to believe that you support DOMA? Or do you really, like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with, homosexual people having gay marriage? Like, what, explain that to me. That's basically where he comes from. He's like, if you disagree with something, explain it to me. So that's that. But yeah, give him a chance. Watch The West Wing. Definitely YouTube. The first 8 minutes of The Newsroom. There's like 1 million people posted it on YouTube. And that's it. That's Awesome Things Friday. I hope you check out Aaron Sorkin, and I hope you start to ask questions. Alright guys, thanks. Bye.